Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how two men can eat eggs for breakfast every single morning and yet get completely different results? One man slowly loses weight, his belt gets looser, his energy improves. He feels lighter and more in control of his appetite. The other man, same eggs, same morning routine, same effort, but the scale never moves. Week after week, it's the same number, and eventually he starts thinking something must be wrong with him. Maybe his metabolism is slow, maybe age is catching up with him, maybe weight loss just isn't possible anymore. But here's the truth most people never hear. It's almost never the eggs, and it's almost never your metabolism. The real difference usually comes down to one small detail in the breakfast itself, something so ordinary that most men never think to question it. And that one mistake can quietly block your body from burning fat for hours after breakfast. Every single day. Now, the good news is this. Eggs might actually be one of the most powerful weight loss foods available when they're used correctly. Not a supplement, not a complicated diet plan, just eggs, prepared the right way, and paired with the right foods. By the time this video ends, you'll understand exactly why eggs help your body burn fat, why many egg breakfasts accidentally block weight loss, and the simple formula that turns eggs into a metabolic advantage. And I promise you, once you understand this, you'll never look at breakfast the same way again. Before we go further, let me quickly introduce myself. I'm Dr. Jocelyn, and for the past 5 years, I've worked with men who want to understand what's actually happening inside their bodies, not just follow random diet advice from the internet. My goal is simple: to explain health in a way that makes sense, the same way I would explain it to a friend sitting across from me. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe, because this channel is all about helping men stay strong, sharp, and confident at every age. And before we dive deeper, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment and tell me, where are you watching from today? I read those comments every day, and it's amazing seeing this community from all around the world. All right, now we need to talk about something that quietly keeps millions of men stuck when it comes to weight loss. It's this belief: if I eat healthy foods, I'll lose weight. It sounds completely logical, right? Eat healthy, lose fat. But here's the problem. Your body doesn't respond to the word healthy. Your body responds to signals, hormonal signals. And the most important one in the entire weight loss equation is a hormone called insulin. If you understand insulin, you understand fat loss. If insulin is high, your body stores energy. If insulin is low, your body can burn stored fat. It's really that simple. And here's where eggs become incredibly interesting. Eggs barely raise insulin at all, which means when you eat eggs by themselves, your body stays in fat-burning mode. But, and this is the part almost nobody talks about, the foods eaten alongside eggs can completely override that benefit. One wrong addition to the plate, and your body flips straight back into fat storage mode. Let me show you exactly how this happens. Because once you see it, everything about breakfast starts to make sense. Let's start with a question I ask my patients all the time. How long after breakfast do you start thinking about food again? Be honest. For a lot of men, it's somewhere between 1 and 2 hours, sometimes even less, and most people assume that's normal. But biologically speaking, it isn't. A well-balanced breakfast should keep you satisfied for 4 to 6 hours. If you're hungry again shortly after eating, your body is reacting to something in that meal, usually a blood sugar spike. Here's what happens. You eat breakfast. Blood sugar rises quickly. Your body releases insulin to control it. At first, you feel energized. But then insulin pulls sugar out of the bloodstream often too quickly. Blood sugar crashes. And that crash triggers something powerful: hunger hormones. Now suddenly you're thinking about food again. You're tired. You want coffee, maybe something sweet. That cycle continues all day. And the strange part? Many men experience this every day for years without realizing breakfast started it. This is where eggs change the equation. Eggs contain complete protein, meaning your body can absorb and use it efficiently. When you eat adequate protein early in the day, several important things happen. Your body releases hormones that signal satiety, fullness. Your blood sugar rises slowly and steadily, and your brain stops scanning the environment for the next snack. Men who switch from cereal or toast to eggs often tell me the same thing. Doctor, I just stopped thinking about food all morning. That's not discipline. That's biology working correctly. But now we arrive at the biggest mistake I see, because most egg breakfasts aren't actually built to support fat loss. They accidentally trigger insulin anyway. Let me paint a familiar picture. You wake up, you cook your eggs, maybe scrambled, maybe fried. So far, so good. But then you pour a glass of orange juice, or you toast 2 slices of bread, or you sweeten your coffee. It feels harmless, just a small addition. But inside your body, something very different is happening. Sugar and refined carbohydrates enter the bloodstream rapidly. Blood sugar rises, insulin spikes, and the moment insulin spikes, fat burning shuts down, not slow down, stops. Now your body switches into storage mode. And those eggs, which could have supported fat loss, become just another meal your body stores for later. This is why so many men say, eggs don't help me lose weight. But the eggs were never the problem. It was the company they kept on the plate. So what does the best egg breakfast for weight loss actually look like? Let me simplify it as much as possible, because the truth is, it's not complicated. There are 3 pieces to the puzzle, and when they come together, your body receives the exact signals it needs to burn fat efficiently. First, protein. Eggs are the protein anchor. For most men, 2 to 3 eggs works perfectly. That amount provides enough protein to stabilize appetite hormones and support muscle tissue. Active men may prefer 3 or 4. But the goal is simple. Eat enough protein that you don't feel hungry again until lunch. Second, fiber. This is the part many men skip. Fiber slows digestion and prevents blood sugar spikes. The best sources alongside eggs are vegetables: spinach, mushrooms, tomatoes, onions, bell peppers. These foods add volume to the meal without spiking insulin. They also contain micronutrients that support metabolism and digestion. And practically speaking, they make breakfast feel like a real meal, not just a few bites. Third, no added sugar. This includes obvious sources like juice, but also hidden ones like sweetened coffee drinks. Starting the day with sugar forces your metabolism into a reactive cycle. Stable breakfast means a stable day. Sugar breakfast means a roller coaster day. It's that simple. So the ideal plate might look like this: scrambled eggs with spinach and mushrooms, cooked lightly in olive oil, with black coffee or unsweetened tea. Simple, satisfying, and metabolically powerful. But there's one more mistake I see often, and it surprises a lot of people. Many men learn that healthy fats are good for you, which is absolutely true. But sometimes the message gets misunderstood. Suddenly, breakfast becomes eggs cooked in butter, with cheese melted on top, avocado on the side, and heavy cream in the coffee, all at once. Now, technically, none of those foods are bad, but together they create something important: a very high-calorie meal. Your body always burns dietary fat first, before burning stored fat. So if a meal contains large amounts of added fat, your body simply burns that incoming energy instead of tapping into fat stores. This doesn't mean fat should be avoided. It just means balance matters. A small amount of olive oil to cook eggs is perfect. Half an avocado is wonderful, but layering multiple fats on top of each other can stall progress. Remember, the goal of breakfast is metabolic stability, not overload. When breakfast is balanced correctly, something remarkable happens. Your entire day changes. Blood sugar remains steady. Energy stays consistent, cravings decrease, and perhaps most importantly, evening overeating becomes much less common, because many late-night cravings actually begin with a breakfast blood sugar crash. Breakfast sets the tone for the day, which brings us to something I always recommend trying. I want you to try a simple experiment, just 7 days. For 1 week, eat the same style of breakfast every morning: 2 or 3 eggs, vegetables cooked alongside them, no sugary drinks, just water, coffee, or tea. That's it. And then pay attention to 3 things. First, hunger. How long before you feel hungry again? Most men find they reach lunchtime comfortably. Second, energy. Notice how steady your energy feels. No sudden crashes, no desperate need for snacks. Third, cravings. Watch how the urge for sweets changes throughout the day, because when blood sugar stays stable, cravings naturally quiet down. You don't need perfect discipline. You need stable hormones. And breakfast plays a huge role in that stability. I've seen men completely change their relationship with food just by fixing this first meal. Not extreme dieting, not cutting everything they love, just sending the body the right signals early in the day. Now, I want to speak directly to the men watching who may feel discouraged. Maybe you've tried different diets. Maybe you've made a real effort. Maybe you've wondered if your body simply doesn't respond the way it used to. If that's you, I want you to hear this clearly. Your body is not broken. It responds to signals. Sometimes we just need the right information to send the right ones. In my 5 years working with patients, I've watched men in their 50s, 60s, even 70s regain energy and lose weight simply by changing how they structure their mornings. Small changes, repeated consistently. That's where real transformation happens. Age does not end vitality. In many ways, it clarifies it. You stop chasing extreme solutions and start focusing on the habits that truly matter. And breakfast, something as simple as eggs, can be one of those habits. So here's what I'd love for you to do. If this video helped you see breakfast differently, take 2 seconds and hit the like button. It helps this message reach more men who need it. And if you want more practical health advice explained in plain language, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We have many more conversations like this coming. And before you go, tell me in the comments, what do you usually eat with your eggs in the morning? You might discover that a small change there makes a huge difference. I'm Dr. Jocelyn. Take care of your health. Take care of your body. And remember, small changes done consistently can reshape your life in ways that feel impossible today. I'll see you in the next video.